frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel. And the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away.
Let's get it, guys.
To give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game, that's who's going to come out of this one on top.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather.
No!
Now Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. Finding room inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. On second and goal, here's an option play. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
They'll try and run for it. Option left. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need... get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, you not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is T.J. Logan to return it. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Now let's go! Green, 39!
Rosen on 1st and 10. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here's Rosen to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Rosen to throw on 3rd down. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Jackson now steps away to his left. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll run the option right here on 1st down. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. Oh, able to avoid him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st, they go right back to Collins. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Did you see him?
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Jackson on first down. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end.
Found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. Dancing to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Being chased out left. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, Rosen. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And now the Ravens calling the offense onto the field here as they're going to go for 2. try and run for it. Option left. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. So now Charles 2 times. Touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Put a comment wherever you are. Please.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it's just
Who you are? Oh, what's up?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Playing Madden.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it. Blue line.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
He'll get it up the middle. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer.
Still, Brady.
This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something to develop slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brady coming.
Trying to punch it in with Collins. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Here's Collins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins taking it in. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
comment.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here comes Josh Rosen and the Cardinals offense back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
YouTube.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They go to Johnson again. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Jones. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Forced out to his left. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield, and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew who he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, that wasn't a completion.
And now the up man has it. It's a fake.
No way. He's so slow.
And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Thank you.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the 1st half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
So it can get to connected anyway. Heck no. I'm just kidding. No, it's not connected. Press the...
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. The quick feet by Jackson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They'll give it to him up the middle. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Yeah.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And again, it's Collins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Alex Collins, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They've got this big lead. They said, forget 1, we want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy, I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Johnson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take them.
Comment so I can see who you are.
Dale. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Now Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on down's the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That was a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Let's go. Green.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post.
See?
Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I couldn't understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the
my
stuff she used to
grandmother's
preserve.
thing smells terrible.
Hey! Ow! Yeah! Stop, Rudy. You're going to choke him.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Yeah, I'll play with you on stream.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Try
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. Open man is Kirk, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Rosen on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Ravens have got it.
Let's go, dude.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They go with Edwin Collins. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Let's go.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup. Of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a first down run with Collins. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Buying time to his left. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Collins. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, sometimes there are plays that happen.